adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Carolla. Loveline, coast to coast.
Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, although there's no paper in it, 310-854.
It's broken.
It's broken with no paper. 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew claims to be a board-certified physician, an addiction medicine specialist, and tonight our guest is Traci Lords. Traci, you know from, about 1,000 things. We all know her humble beginnings, and then into television, then into movies, features, music, back into television. You made a pretty good transition, didn't you say?
Yes, I definitely say that.
Yeah, I
complain.
I saw your, was it True Hollywood Story? Was that the one I saw?
It was their True Hollywood Story. How true it was.
Did you object to that? It all seemed to make perfect sense to me.
You know, if you roam around enough, you can adjust to just about anything. But the True Hollywood Story wasn't exactly all that accurate.
Did they try to come to you first?
Sure they did.
They did.
And it was not something that I wanted to do. I felt like there was enough stuff out there about me. I'm sure that you felt like that before in your life, where you feel like people know enough of your dirty laundry. You don't really want to air it. And at that point in my life, I really didn't. I was tired of sort of talking about the this and the that and the, hey, I was a child porn star and I did this and I did that, and I just wanted to kind of get on with my life.
Well, that's why Drew doesn't go to his folks' place for Thanksgiving. It's been said. It's been done.
Awkward old pictures, baby pictures on Drew.
A lot of silence, a lot of uncomfortable silence over there. Right. Just want to move forward with his new family. So, but anyway, so that wasn't. Now, was a lot of that stuff inaccurate?
Oh, it just PO'd me completely. It really did. You know, a lot of my friends called people like Roseanne and Johnny Depp and John Waters and people that had been contacted to do, interviews, and they all called me first and said, are you cooperating with us? And I said, no. So then they just, it actually was worse for me because I went and just got a bunch of people that I'd never even met that came on and said, hi, I was her boyfriend and I was her best friend. Meanwhile, I'm looking at these idiots that I've never met before that are saying that they knew me so intimately,
right,
in more ways than one. And it just was really annoying. I felt I was really insulted by it. And now when I look at it, it makes me kind of laugh because it's just so absurd. But at the time, I didn't think it was very funny.
But it's kind of... And I know it's the wounds are still fresh, but
I forgive them. Now it's just kind of stupid.
The kind of thing you could pull out of your drawer when you're 85 and take a look at high on a joint and really freak out over.
Oh, really?
Don't you think?
Well, how about you and your videos? Are you going to pull yours out of your drawer?
Maybe one or two of them.
I don't think so.
Well, the point is that it in a way. Even though it's a little bit of a dubious honor, it is an honor. I mean, you have to arrive.
Dubious means.
Well, they have to know who you are.
Adam would do anything to have an True Hollywood Story about him.
Right.
Anything.
That's right.
And he doesn't care if it's total BS or completely accurate. He just wants a story about him.
Have you tried to pitch that?
I'm working on it. Yeah, they keep wanting to know who I am.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the present. Traci's here to plug her new show, which is First Wave, and it's in its third season on the Sci-Fi Channel or network.
I'm so excited.
But
Monday
this
night,
is your first season on it.
Yeah.
And you're doing like kind of an action thing.
Well, we premiered last Monday night at 8 o'clock on the Sci-Fi Channel. And, of course, we'll be on tomorrow night again. And the show is really a great show. It's a 1-hour drama. And it definitely has the flavor of, like, X-Files. The creator of it, Chris Brancato, actually was one of the writers on the X-Files. And I have a great role on it. She's sort of a combination of Linda Hamilton meets sort of Sigourney Weaver, the little Laura Croft kind of thrown in there. So she's definitely a tough, sexy action chick.
So like tight outfits and kicking ass.
Oh, there's some leather and some Uzis involved, yes, I have to tell you.
Is the Sci-Fi Channel is this new? I mean, relatively new to them doing productions? I thought they just ran Star Trek and Lost in Space and stuff like that.
No.
They have a budget?
The Sci-Fi Channel, I think, is one of the coolest channels on TV now. I mean, they've got all kinds of original programming that they're doing. They do a lot of, like, you know, they do things like Star Trek and what have you on there, but they have, like, you know, a couple of new shows that are happening right now, mine being one of them. And, you know, I love science fiction because it's the whole thing about it is it's not bound by reality. It's absolutely, you know, anything is possible for what ifs that are really exciting.
Drew, do you like science fiction? No, you don't.
No,
I don't like science fiction either. Why is that? Because we're so depressed. Is that what that is?
Yeah, we have no imagination. We have no creativity.
Right.
And we prefer to watch things about battles in the Second World War on the History Channel.
Right. Yeah, we're living in the past.
Yeah.
Really?
But listen, tomorrow night I'll check it out at 8 o'clock on the Sci-Fi Channel just to move myself up into the future.
Yeah,
and
you
when
should just give it a
when
shot.
does it take place?
Try to expand your mind a little bit there.
I try that with mushrooms on the
Oh,
weekend.
great. That's healthy.
What year does this take place, or do they give
Present
the year?
day.
Oh.
It's loosely based on the predictions of Nostradamus. I don't know if you're into any of that trip, but it's a pretty cool show. It's well written. It's got some nice action, some good actors in it. It's got 3 male leads.
Where do you film it?
We filmed it in Vancouver, so I was living up there for the past 10 months. I've been back for about 4 weeks now, and it was a trip living in Canada during the show. I had a great time. Became sort of obsessed with ninjutsu, which is ninja street fighting, and
Right.
Drew and I were talking about that martial arts and karate and kind of kicking butt, kind of fun.
So that movie, what's the movie called?
It's called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Squatting bear.
No, I saw it yesterday. It's amazing. That movie is so amazing.
Yeah, I won't watch it.
Why?
I hear it's great. I saw, I got enough from the commercials. It was enough. Like, I saw the commercial, the chick doing 8 backflips and kicking a bunch of ninja ass.
You don't think women that can handle themselves that way are sexy?
Yeah, I like it. I just don't. I'm scared of a knee to the groin. That's really the most intimidating thing about a woman who can handle herself.
Fear factor.
He spends most of his life keeping things away from his groin, other than your hand.
Including Drew. All right, let's get to some of these calls. And, Trace, you know how the show goes. Just jump in on any or all of them. Jason?
Hey.
You're 21. What's up?
I was wanting to know, first of all, I want to say that, no offense, Dr. Drew, but I think Dr. Spaz would have done better on Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. And
would have done better on Space Ghost?
Yeah, I think so.
Great. What, did they rerun Drew's Space Ghost?
Yeah, evidently. Just chilling out watching that.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, very poorly done. Nonetheless,
By the way, the way they do that, you could tell, they film you for like 2 hours. And then they pull out whatever they want. They don't ask you the questions that they have you answering there. They ask real bizarre questions.
And then they cut it.
And then they cut it however they please.
Jason, what's your question if you're done with the compliments for Drew?
my question is, how do I tell if a female is faking her orgasm? Is it possible?
Well, with Jason, I'd imagine they would be.
Yeah. She breaks up with you eventually, even though she's having 6 orgasms.
She calls you the wrong name.
Jason.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll end the relationship.
Oh.
Why?
But there's no sign, signal ahead of time during the act. That way I can fix it maybe if I'm doing something wrong.
Well, if they're filing their nails or watching television or something like that, if they do it too early, by the way, and then want you to get off of them, it means they're tired of the sex act.
It means get off of them.
Right. Right.
There is no surefire way that you're going to be able to tell.
I'm working on a detector right now.
Little test, little paper that turns gray.
We hook electrodes up to their nipples and salivary glands.
Nice.
It's still in the blueprint phase.
That's nice.
Jason?
Thanks.
Yeah, great. Oh, he was dynamite. Let's talk to Chad. Chad?
Hey, what's going on?
You're 20. What's up?
I called on Thursday about the bet.
That's right.
Times in 24 hours.
That's right. Chad's buddies bet him $200, correct?
Yep.
That he could not masturbate 25 times in a 24-hour period starting at midnight. I think it was the night he called us.
Yeah.
I mapped out a little strategy for Chad. One of my angles was no pornography for the first 8 whacks in order to sort of have something to look forward to down the road. Chad, how did it go?
I actually finished out by 6:30 the next day.
At 25?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
6:30 in the evening.
For 7 hours in that period, too.
6:30 in the evening.
Yeah, but why?
Like 11 hours of total time.
Well, $200. And, Chad, there may be a career here for you. you could, I mean, it's not the kind of thing you could do every day, but 3-4 times a week times $200, and you do the math. And most of that under the table. You don't have to report jacking money. There's no box on the long form for that.
Yeah, I already have a friend who offered me $1,000 for 50 in a day.
Oh, my God.
I see. And
your soul will come right out of your body.
Did the guy pay up the $200?
He's paying me tomorrow.
I see.
How do they know that you're not lying?
We're friends. They took my word for it.
Yeah. Yes. Would a guy who jacked off
why do your friends care?
My one friend is...
You don't know guys. I would care. I'd be in.
You'd be impressed by
I'd be in for a taste of this action.
It's not impression. It's about getting your male friends to do ridiculous things.
It's just this whole sort of homoerotic kind of sex thing.
No. It could be anything. It could be sticking a pin in his eye.
Yeah.
Really?
Women have never done this, but guys have.
It's a certain kind of stupidity that women...
No, if you ever want evidence women are more evolved, just look at this particular fact.
Well, first off, guys are into morbid entertainment.
Absolutely. And especially inflicted on their friends. Right.
I've sat around with guys many a time. We did this at the Man Show last year. There's a thing of dog kibble. All the writers and me are sitting around. One guy named Josh wants to eat it.
Wants to eat it?
No, he doesn't want to eat it. We want him to eat it, and he'll do anything for money.
That's right.
So what's one guy do? Put me in for 20. Another guy says, put me down for 20. I said, put me in for 50. Next, the pot's up to $130, $140. Josh is eating the kibble.
And having fun.
And it was the best $50 ever spent. And I think I can write it off, by the way. Back to the taxes. All right. Bill?
Yes.
You're 27.
27.
What's up?
I had a question. My wife, she's in her last week of chemo and radiation for uterus cancer.
Wow. How old is she?
30.
Ooh. Was she on estrogens or something? Or?
No, they got to put her on estrogen.
No, but I mean, how did it say young to get uterine cancer? What's the deal there?
Well, she's never been checked. She never did her yearly check.
Yeah, but that's usually cervical cancer that they get. Is that what she had, cervical cancer?
Yeah, that's it, cervical.
Okay, all right.
Fix them up.
You pre-med, Bill? No. All right, so what's going on?
What does that do towards her sexual drive once it's all done? Because they had to dilate her because she got so small during the radiation chemo.
Oh, man, this is very serious stuff.
Why did they have to dilate her?
Because the scarring from the radiation.
I see.
It's bad. I mean, they did a hysterectomy too, right? They did a big surgery.
They won't know for a couple weeks or 6 months.
Won't know what?
6 months.
Won't know what?
To find out if they're going to do a hysterectomy or not.
I see.
Awful.
How do you dilate someone's vagina, Drew? You don't know?
I had a doctor prescription for sex, but she's too sick for that.
Bill's taking this all pretty well.
You understand how serious this is?
Hey, Bill, the good news is if something happens to her, you can still get at her for a couple more days before they pick her up. You know what I'm saying?
No, honestly, the doctor told me that if she was up for it, to go for penetration.
To keep dilating the vagina.
To keep dilating. She wasn't up for that.
Okay. Well, certainly she's going to be sick for a while, and that's going to affect her, and the changes in her hormonal levels will need to be adjusted for a while. So there's a lot of things that will affect her sex drive.
All thing she needs is the pressure to have sex.
Pressure to have sex, and then also the irritation. That whole area is sort of burned by the radiation. There's a lot of changes she's going to go through.
Did they hit the vagina with radiation?
The whole area, yeah. That's what he's saying. It's sort of shrinking and scarring.
With laser, right?
Yeah, they have radiation. Now they put a thing almost like a dildo in her with electrical cord sticking out of it. Is what she's treating that she's having right now for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They actually radiated directly.
Do you know what the chemo is she's on? She didn't know it was cervical cancer. What am I expecting?
Right.
They had to change the chemo so many times to get it to the right.
Wow. Buy her some flowers, run a movie, and leave the lady alone.
There you go. Yeah, agreed.
All right. Bill, I'm with Tracy. You go for the oral sex. You hear me? No. Here's the bottom line. Let me tell you something. Women have minds like a killer whale. They never forget. Or an elephant. They won't. And you got a couple weeks, couple months, and depending on how you are with her through this is how she will look at you and treat you for the rest of your relationship.
If you don't act right, you are dead, buddy.
Right. But conversely, if you're sweet as sugar, you're Mr. Helpful, you're Johnny on the spot with the flowers, you're in good shape for the rest of the relationship, right?
Here's the other message from this call, though, is that this is a common cancer. Young women die of this. She's 28 years old, got cervical cancer, chemo, surgeries, and that sounds like the best possible story. It can be a lot worse.
Yeah. You know, it's different. Again, we're talking about the differences between men and women. If a man is in the hospital because he had some surgery and a chick tries to kill him while he's in the hospital, he wouldn't really hold it against her.
He'd forget.
He'd forget about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be different whether he was in the hospital or out of the hospital.
More stupid stuff. Just don't worry. You'll learn about it.
I mean, women say this all the time. He was there for me when fill in the blank. I had a bad day.
Or he was such
here's a good example. If a woman's parent passes away, you better be there for her, or there's going to be trouble. If a guy's parent passes away, you can leave him alone. He will not hold it against you. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how women are.
I think it's probably...
You don't buy that?
No, I don't know.
Listen, if my dad kicks off, I can just be left alone. I'm fine. I won't hold that against anybody.
But see, I don't know if I would do that to someone I care about.
You wouldn't leave him alone. Well, there you go.
I mean,
well, that's why...
If he needed his space and his time, cool. But
that's why you would hold it against them if they weren't there for you, because you would have done it for them.
I don't think I would surround myself with someone that would be that.
No males in Tracy's life.
I see. All right.
That is not true.
You done with guys?
Oh, absolutely not.
Ryan?
Yeah.
You're 25.
Guy's name Ryan.
You're 25. What's up?
Hey, Adam, you're a stud, dude.
Oh, thank you.
You bet.
Hey, speaking of me being a stud, the Man Show is on right now, Comedy Central.
Is it really?
Yes, I watched it on the satellite tonight. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you.
Isn't that the one with the pies involved?
The pies?
Yeah, pies and girls in, like, wet T-shirts and things. That's the Man Show.
Yeah, trampolines and girls.
Okay, got it.
Ryan, go ahead.
I had a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the herbal drug Longitude?
No.
No?
But yet another supplement was found tonight to have, not tonight, but this week, an article published in the New England Journal shows very dangerous effect of a relative of GHB that was being marketed as something that gives you longevity. There simply is no free lunch with Mother Nature. You take something that is an extra physiologic effect on the body, there will be a consequence, and it rarely is good.
Bad stuff, huh?
I don't know what does
the stuff claim to do?
What's in it?
Sounds like something for your penis.
What's that?
Is it something for your penis?
Yes, it is.
Oh, forgot.
Better. Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what it's supposed to do, and I'll tell you what's in it.
All right.
It's supposed to increase, length and girth by 26% in 3 months.
This is what men preoccupy with.
Right.
Is there not?
You said wait for it. It's a Jimtown roll of duct tape.
It was better when they worried about conquering Huns and things.
Right.
Yeah? At least they were sort of directed.
I think they wanted to conquer the Huns so they could get at their herbal penis stash.
The rhino horn.
Right? Yeah, 26% longer. So if you had a 6-inch penis, you could add over 2 inches to the length.
That's what they're saying.
Or actually a little under 2 inches, and then plenty to the width, too, huh?
Yeah.
And what's in it?
I can't pronounce all this stuff, but like zinc.
Oh, that'll do it.
Maca, katuba, oyster meat.
Great.
Argine, oat straw.
Just relax. How much did you pay for this?
No, I haven't bought it yet.
How much do they want for it?
$60.
Oh, how many pills?
It's a month's supply, 2 a day.
I see. And how long is this supposed to take?
It says, that's the thing I'm not believing. It says 3 months.
We're in the wrong business, Adam.
And then
if you could grow hair and grow penis, that's it.
You can just stop taking it.
Right.
And it'll stay there.
I see.
Sure.
It's claiming to increase the size of the chambers.
Right.
But if it had any way, shape, and form this actually worked, don't you think everyone would already know about it?
And that would be more than $60.
You know, Adam would be at home popping pills.
Yeah.
On the hour, right?
The roof? Yeah. So I can show the neighbors.
I see.
Everyone, there's a new addition to my underpants. My penis. I found it. For free. Be like Tommy when he could see in here again.
Nice.
Oh, I'd be running down the street singing. People would be following me. Hi, Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Yo.
You're 25.
Yep.
What's going wrong with your life that you're popping herbal Johnson enlargers?
I just saw it and thought, man, that's pretty cool.
Well, no. Where'd you see it?
They sent me a
McCall's Red Book. Which one?
Family Circle.
something in the mail.
I see.
But the point is that you seem a little bit more preoccupied about this kind of thing than you should be, and that usually leads us to believe that there's something else going on with
sort of a small penis complex is happening.
No, the guys that are focused on the penis have no esteem, and usually that esteem lack is a lack of sort of worth in what they're doing in life.
How's everything going there, Ryan?
Good, actually.
All right. Everything's fine with your penis?
Yeah, that's great. Works good.
What do you do for a living?
What's that?
What do you do for a living?
I'm in business.
Oh, I see.
What do you
business.
do? What do you do for a living?
You guys deal in commerce?
What do you do?
I'm a buyer for a company. I buy product, try to get the cheapest rate I possibly can.
I see. And the
Cardboard?
company then sells it?
What's that?
I see. All right. It's funny. We don't deal in specifics when it comes to jobs on the show. We deal in elements.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
What do you do? I purchase things, and then I sell them at a profit. I see. It's a free trade system you're talking about, is it not?
It's a unique approach to business.
All right. Francesca.
Yeah?
You're 14?
Uh-huh.
What's up?
Okay, well, every time that, I orgasm, I get, these blackouts. And I was wondering, is that normal, or what is that?
Are you pulling your skirt up over your head?
Hang on. Shall we talk about this after the break?
Well, let's playing a hunch there. Yeah, all right. Francesca?
Yeah?
Hang on, because Drew has a good answer to this.
Okay.
One I've heard many, many, many times, so I'll be in the bathroom when he delivers it.
Okay.
But it's important for you to hear. Traci Lords is our guest tonight. She is on the Sci-Fi Channel Monday nights at 8 o'clock. First Wave is the name of the show. Man Show is the name of my show on Comedy Central, and we'll take a break. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That'd be Dr. Drew. Over there, Traci Lords is our guest tonight. She is here pimping her new show, which is First Wave. It's on its third season. Monday nights, tomorrow night, or it could be tonight. If you're hearing the show in a one-day delay, although if it's tonight, it's too late.
All right. I'm already confused. All right.
I'm doing the math. Monday nights, 8 o'clock, Sci-Fi Channel. When we left off, we're going to speak to Francesca. She's 14, blacked out during orgasms. Francesca?
Yeah.
Are these with someone else?
Sometimes.
Do you hyperventilate when this happens? Breathing real heavily?
I don't, hyperventilate. It's just, totally just blacked out.
Yeah. I understand you black out, but I'm trying to figure out sort of what it's associated with. Are you completely unconscious? Or your vision just go dark?
Yeah,
Your vision darkens?
Yeah.
Do you lose control of your body or anything like that?
Not really, no.
How long does it last?
Up to 45 seconds to a minute.
Do you have tingling around your fingers or feet or around your mouth, anything like that? Well, first of all, 14 and having sex and all this already suggests something's going on here, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And
how old's the guy?
My age?
Another 14-year-old. Yes?
Yeah.
Well, given I can't get my head around this beyond what you're telling us, I would think hyperventilation would be the most common reason for this kind of thing.
We've talked about this before, where people have a blackout. Not so much that they pass out, but that something constricts vessels in their eyes or something, and it goes dark. Isn't that what she's talking about?
Yeah.
Are we talking about that on the TV show a few years back? I know we got a call about
that. I remember headaches, and I remember vision problems with headaches, which is a vascular thing. But to have darkening of vision is usually low blood pressure, hyperventilation, that kind of thing. And it warrants evaluation. You should go see a doctor and talk about it. You really should.
What position are you in?
Just laying down.
I see. Trying to get some sleep like most of my dates, and before you know it, it's over.
It just falls asleep. Maybe it is one of your dates.
Yeah, maybe you're dozing off. Maybe you're with one of my younger cousins.
Is this with the same guy, Francesca?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Are there any drugs involved in this?
Good question.
No.
No.
Huh?
No.
She kind of hesitated on that one.
And she hesitates on every question we ask her.
No, I don't.
Well, she's fast with that one. Francesca, maybe, do you think she needs to go to get a CAT scan or something?
Can you talk to your parents? Are you close to your parents? Can you talk to your mom about this?
No.
You can't? You don't feel comfortable talking to her about it?
No.
You need some basic medical evaluation. You really do.
Do you have a counselor at school you can talk to, or a nurse at school you can talk to?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what you should do. Maybe just make an appointment, and, it's confidential, so you don't have to be afraid of that. But you should definitely talk to someone about it.
Okay.
Okay.
And Adam?
Yeah.
Like my friend, she's on the line too. She has a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can never seem to get off when I masturbate.
That's it.
You're 14 also?
Yeah.
That's for me.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable telling 14-year-olds what to put in them.
You know what? You have so much time. You're 14 years old, and it's so natural to be curious about sex, especially when you're that young. Everybody is. But it's no big rush. It's not like, I've got to do this now. I've got to, figure guys out. I have to do all this stuff. Yeah. Take your time. The thing that I think
this is from Traci Lords, by the way.
Because I know.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Don't do a movie until you're 15.
No, the great thing about being young is being young. You grow up so fast. Take your time.
Yeah, and look, it's great that you're exploring, it's great that you're experimenting, but again, your body will sort of start to make more sense as time goes along. You need to master more than just the mechanics in order to have that function.
Michael?
Yes.
You're 14.
Yes.
What's up?
I have a pretty manipulative girlfriend that I think she tricked me into taking orthotricycline.
How'd she manage that?
That's birth control.
She said she had,
Nice.
She said she had chlamydia.
Yeah.
And she gave me these little pills and said, oh, just take one of these every day. She gave me 4 of them, by the way.
So why in the world would you take a pill someone gave you every day without knowing what it is?
Well,
there's mistake A. Never take a drug that you don't know what it is.
Right. And now he's got spotting, he's bloated, he's prone to mood swings. He polished off a half gallon of Haagen-Dazs and cried watching Mama's Family.
Michael, what did the pills look like?
They were green. It said ortho on it.
Oh, well.
Orthotricycline.
Why would she have done that?
I don't know. She was saying, like, oh, orthotricycline, it makes you feel bigger. I'm like, okay.
His phone line's killing me. Isn't there a drug company that says called Ortho? Yeah. And wouldn't they print Ortho on many of their pills? Or it's just orthotricycline?
It's a pill company. It's a birth control pill company.
That's all they do?
Yeah.
But they also make mattresses, though, right?
Yeah, they do. There's Ortho on the mattress, too.
Okay, but
you understand the association, yes?
Don't eat those. That's cross-promotion.
Yeah, and you might want to, really kind of think about who you're hanging out with, because that's not good.
That's wild, yeah.
That's really not good.
But listen, as a 14-year-old guy, for girl hands you something, you put it in your mouth. Doesn't matter what it is.
It's pretty diabolical. Because listen, one of the things that would cause someone to give you a medicine is if you have an infection. Doctor will give you a prescription for your partner.
He will.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But
maybe it is.
It should say it on the bottle, though. You should be able to read that. And most of those are either capsules or long pills. So,
Jade?
Yes, hi.
You're 21. What's up?
Yeah, I have a question for Traci, actually. I was watching Moral Court this week, and Ron Jeremy was on.
Oof.
And
Moral Court?
What's Moral Court?
Yes, he was the accuser.
What's Moral Court?
Well, it's a show that's a new kind of court show where instead of having an actual case, people go on and challenge their family members and say...
It sounds like Jerry Springer of the Justice Department.
Pretty much. Kind of a combo of that.
Ron's family is suing him?
No, he was the accuser.
He was taking those herbal drugs.
They're Jewish, and it's like, boy, you've brought such shame.
They're Korean.
All right, so...
No, not at all. It was I was very surprised.
So
when I saw him, I was most surprised.
Anyway, so Ron Jeremy was on Moral Court.
Yeah, and he was challenging a man who owns a brothel in Nevada and saying that porn is more moral than being a prostitute, because being a prostitute is just sex for money, whereas being...
Porn is art, right? Yeah, right.
Is more of a career decision, is better for his career. And he actually stated you, Traci, as a defense.
Really?
Like you have used porn as like a gateway for their career.
Oh, please. Everybody knows I was 14, 15, 16. I was a teenager. that was on drugs and ended up in a, seedy world. But there certainly was no platform, trust me.
Did you ever have any contact with any of those people? Your Ron Jeremys or Randy Westises?
No.
Or anything like that? How do you pluralize Westes? No, do you have animosity toward them?
I find it really despicable when people will, use, me as some sort of a statement on why that's good. I mean, I think that I'm not some big anti-porn person. You shouldn't go watch porn. You shouldn't do porn. Blah blah blah. But I'll tell you, I am against child pornography, and that is what we're talking about when you talk about me being in porn.
Right.
I was a kid. It wasn't a conscious adult decision. It was something that I did when I was young. It was a mistake. And that is how I see it.
And how do you think it affected your acting career, or music career, or any career after that? It
made it nearly impossible for me to have one. I was relentless, and I worked really, really hard, and it was something that I've been successful in spite of, not because of. It certainly has not helped me.
Right. Same with Drew, by the way, and he's overcome it. Keith?
Yeah.
You're 18. What's up?
My fiance is really tight, and when after the intercourse, it burns.
Burns when you pee? Burns when you pee?
No, it burns for her.
She burns.
She's tight.
Yeah.
She burns when she pees, or just her vagina burns?
Her vagina burns.
I see. Is there pain during intercourse also?
Sometimes more after.
Is there a lubrication problem?
No, we use baby oil.
Oh,
well, there you have it.
Cut that out for one. My God.
Yeah, move to a good 30 weight. That's petroleum based, right?
Are you using condoms?
No.
All right, well, use a water base like KY or some of these anything. Not baby. Well, that may be the whole problem. The reason she's tight is she may be so anxious about hurting that her muscles constrict.
Yeah, baby oil has scent and all kinds of stuff in it, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
What's up with you? You using baby oil?
Why are you engaged at 18?
She didn't use baby oil before, and it didn't hurt her. It still hurt.
Still hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, but maybe you should step up to a nice KY or water-soluble lube first. And then after that, it's just about relaxation. You got to get her drunk, right, Drew? So. Hey, Keith?
Yeah?
Isn't it a little early for you kids to be getting hitched?
18?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you sound like you got the world by the tail. What do you do for a living?
Well, I just moved from Jersey, so we're on our own. We don't really have much right now.
Nothing. There's nothing. Yeah, you moved from Jersey. That's a job.
Oh, well, if you moved, you can't be employed for at least a 4-year period? How's that work?
Why do you feel like you have to get married right now? Why do you want to get married?
Because it's right.
Because it's right. What do you mean it's right? Are you afraid of losing her?
No.
Okay. Hey, listen, here's the reason, really quite honestly, I don't want you to get married. Because if you two want to just get married and live together in your own cesspit, that's fine. Your old baby-oiled cesspit. But I'm scared that gives you a green light to have kids.
Oh, no, we don't want to have kids. So.
You don't want to have kids.
What are you doing for birth control now?
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Come on, genius. You don't want to plot your life out a little better than that?
You don't want to have kids, yet you're having sex without contraception, so you're going to have kids.
Okay.
And you don't have a job.
No.
You understand? All right, just slow down a little, would you, champ?
All right.
All right, and cut the back half of that mullet off, would you? It's going to help you get a good job.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see Jersey.
No mullet on that kid.
Yeah. How about
Jersey, 18, no job. That's mullet right there. Jesus Christ. Hey, listen, if you're getting married, first off, you're 18, you're banging your wife every 10 minutes, and you don't use birth control.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
What are the chances you're going to be a dad before your 19th birthday?
You know, I was hearing more clean-shaven than mullet.
No, clean on the side, long on the back.
Yes.
That's a Jersey thing.
But how about those Giants today?
Jesus Christ.
Nuts?
Yeah. Tracy, I know you're a big football fan.
Oh, yeah.
But, I would have bet the farm that
absolutely. I thought this was going all the way.
Yeah, they just walked all over them. I can't figure out these playoffs for the life of me. 41 to nothing.
Did you see the beginning of that game? Did you see the beginning of the Vikings game?
Yeah.
It was 21-0 before the 2 minutes were out.
Yeah, I got up, took a leak, came back in, the game was over. Yeah, it was a complete blowout. Man, it might be a good...
It'd be an interesting one, fun one, no matter what.
Yeah, Dr. Bruce came by, played basketball with us today, by the way. Sarah?
Yes.
Are you trying to make me feel guilty for not spending more time with you?
Do you think he's bad on the radio? You got to see him on the court. Sarah, you're 15. What's up?
Well, I have a problem with, like, every time that I like a guy, one of two things will happen. Either he won't like me back and I'll like him, like, I won't stop liking him, or he'll like me back and then after a couple of weeks I'll totally lose interest in him.
That's what guys do. You know, women did this too.
I know, that's what everyone says.
So what we're really talking about is conquest.
Yeah, but you're 15.
This is clinging. This is clinging.
I mean, I don't want to dismiss your problems, but this is not a real problem at 15.
But at 15 you think it is.
Well, that's true.
It is painful.
Yeah, exactly.
As a harbinger for what's to come, look what you turned into. You see?
Well, when did this turn toward me all of a sudden?
Because this was stuff you did when you were in junior high school, right?
I think Tracy may be strangely attracted to me in her own way. You're not repulsed by me.
You are pretty adorable, I have to tell you.
Thank you.
But this 15-year-old on the phone needs a better answer.
I was just trying to save a little face there. So, Sarah, give us an example of the last guy you liked. What did he do?
This one guy, the last one I liked, I was like, oh, you know, this is going to work, and he asked me out, and I was really happy with him, and then 2 weeks later, I was like, oh, God, he's getting on my nerves, I have to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So you liked him in the first place?
Yes.
I see. All right. And was he your age?
He was 2 years older.
Mm-hmm. And he got on your nerves, you got rid of him?
Yes.
Where's your dad?
I live with my dad.
You love him?
Where's your mom?
My mom, I don't live with her anymore.
What's the deal with her?
Well, like, because I got taken away from her house.
Why?
She got arrested for a drug problem.
Okay. Right. So, here we go. So, intimacy, close relationships, they are painful to you. So, they seem overwhelming, dangerous, threatening to get involved with someone who actually reciprocated your feelings. On the other hand, somebody who is not reciprocating is someone you can long for and strive for and just get stuck in that striving phase.
It's like my relationship with Adrian Barbeau.
Right, which you're still in.
Oh, yeah.
But Sarah,
I've not given up.
You might try a little Alateen or maybe talk about maybe school counselor therapy, that kind of thing. Go a long way to helping you make better choices in your relationships.
Yeah, because I was in therapy, but it wasn't helping.
Well, get back to that. I think the fact you have access to that's great.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt. And Sarah, you know, seeing how you've been through what you've been through, and you're only 15, maybe it's all right for you to be on your own for a little while, do your therapy, do your work, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I know it doesn't sound glamorous, but...
Well, yeah.
All right, what's up with your mom now?
I still, like, visit her, and she's doing better now, because she went to rehab and everything, but... Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big issue, though, and it's something you got to deal with in therapy, all right?
Okay.
Good luck.
All right, sir.
Or Alateen.
Yeah.
Alateen's another choice.
Traci Lords is our guest tonight. We will take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Chris, who's 15, girlfriend is 13, and is pregnant.
Oh.
Wants to know if she's too young to have an abortion.
Oh, God.
All after this. It's Loveline. Adam Carolla. That is my partner and America's doctor, Dr. Drew. Board certified and ready for you. Ooh, trying to write that down.
A little problem here tonight. What's going on?
What's that?
Why because can I come to your house to play basketball? I think it must trigger the memory of me showing up too early for your party.
You are so full of ass. That's what I love. Drew,
no, I copped it if I really made a mistake.
So much love. The love between you is overwhelming.
I really thought
no, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Then you're an idiot.
Well, that may be.
So you're either a liar or an idiot.
I'd rather be an idiot.
Really?
Yes.
I'd rather be a liar than an idiot. Lying, you can stop. Idiots, that's a way of life.
You can prove that.
Dr. Drew, here's what we're talking about. I had a New Year's Eve party, and Dr. Drew swung by. I invited Dr. Drew and his wife. It's New Year's. It's black tie. Blah, blah, blah.
Nobody ever told me black tie, by the way.
Well, your wife got an invite. The point is Drew swung by about 4:30?
5:30.
5:30. At 4:30 in the afternoon, he swings by in a pair of his Dockers with a couple of his buddies and minus his wife, and is surprised to see the party is not in full swing. The New Year's Eve party at 4 in the afternoon.
Now, set the scene. This is a house he's been working on all year just for this party. I figured he and his beer drinking buddies would start at the poolside around noontime. I mean,
poolside in January?
Building up to this party. That was the thinking.
Listen, Drew, you know full well there was not going to be a New Year's Eve party that was going at 4 in the afternoon. Yes, yes. And you came by so that you could say you made an appearance, and I said, Drew, go get your wife, go put your nice duds on, and come back in about 5 hours.
I didn't even get
and he never came back. Never came back.
So he still has
his thing to me is I came by the party, and my thing is you poked your head in to pretend like you were coming by so you could leave and never come back.
Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing, because we take the kids to the parade at 5 o'clock in the morning, we have not seen a New Year's a midnight in 8 years.
Leave those kids alone. You're too good to them. Do you understand? Tracy, if you...
Oh, yeah, kids don't need parents. No problem.
If you had a New Year's Eve party, you invited one of your best friends... Well, actually,
he does kind of have you there, Drew, but,
He was in the neighborhood. He swung by, said hi, and
maybe
left.
Maybe he was just afraid of what you were going to be like around this night.
And, Drew, what if there was a party? How long would you have stayed? 20, 25 minutes?
I'm going to stay an hour and a half.
An hour. You're going to stay at the New Year's party from 4 till 5? And then as the street lights start to come on, get out of here.
I went to bed.
Get out of here, figuratively. Get out of here.
What time did I go to bed?
I don't... Listen, now you're bragging about going to bed on New Year's Eve at 7:45?
Yeah. Okay. That's the point.
Stop bragging about...
You guys act like an old married couple.
He's old.
Say you're sorry.
And married. That's right. Chris?
Yeah.
You're 15 now. You think your girlfriend's pregnant?
Well, I'm not sure, but she claims she is.
She's 13.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Did she take a pregnancy test?
I don't know. She just told me last week.
What did she tell you?
I think I'm pregnant, or I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant.
So she said her period was late, or?
I didn't even ask. I was too nervous. So.
Why don't you get her one of those over-the-counter pregnancy tests?
ATT.
She says she's sure she is. I don't know what that means.
Well, why don't you just assure yourself that that's in fact the case and get a pregnancy test?
You having a lot of unprotected sex with her?
Buy it at any drugstore.
Okay, what is she planning to do?
Well, let's just assume she's pregnant. She says she is, and he has unprotected sex with her.
What's her plan?
The main thing, well, we both know that she can't have the kid because our parents would both of our parents would flip out and get really mad.
Okay.
So she's saying that she wants to have an abortion or something like that. But I was wondering
or something like that? What are the other something?
Partial abortion. Just take an arm and a leg.
I was thinking.
Just leave something behind so later she's ready to grow a kid.
They leave the head and torso. They take the lower half. It's not as traumatizing to the child that way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
one nostril, one ear, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right. So I was thinking, is it dangerous for her to have it because she's so young?
No, that's not. No.
It's certainly traumatic.
Yeah, it's traumatizing for her. It'd be nice to have her family involved if she's going to make that kind of choice.
Yeah, well, I think that's the whole point.
Do your parents know, that you guys are intimate with one another?
No, they know that we've been together for a long time, but they don't know that we've been doing that kind of stuff.
You're 15. Would you start dating when she was 9 or 11 or?
No, well, she's turning 14 next month, so we've been together for about 6 months.
I see. All right,
Chris, I'm still not clear. What are you going to do with this? What's the plan?
Okay, this is the thing. She's going to have an abortion no matter what, but I need something to convince her, like, I suggest you tell your parents to go somewhere safe, because she's saying that she cannot tell her parents.
Yeah.
But she says her friends know that there's places where they do it without parent signature.
Yes, that's true. There are lots of places like
but
that.
I'm sure that it's not safe.
No, that's not true at all. That she has a right to I'm not sure what the cutoff is in California. I think that's where you're calling from. I was just looking at New York. Any age is considered an age for confidential health care, reproductive health care. So if she wants pregnancy health care, if she wants abortion, if she wants birth control, STD treatment, that is BSing this whole thing.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So, but be that as it may, it's any age can get that and can get it without parental consent. Although it's best if their parents are involved.
And what do you do? Just go to Planned Parenthood?
Planned Parenthood. Yeah.
Well, it seems like I don't know. How old? When can you get pregnant? You get pregnant at 12, 13?
Yep.
12?
Mm-hmm. You can.
I'm gonna test that theory out on the ride home tonight. You want to come with me?
Yeah, a little old for you.
No, we're going to round up some 12-year-olds.
I see.
It's a medical experience. Ladies, yes, here's some good and plenty. Now, listen, I'm conducting an experiment. Hold still. All right, stop crying. Here's some more candy.
Nice.
All right, just an experiment, just so I can tell definitively.
Pepper? You senseless.
All right.
Pepper?
So be it. Pepper, you're 16.
Hi. I'm a frequent masturbator, and I pee when I orgasm, and I want to know how to do that.
Okay, we got to go to break.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Pepper?
Uh-huh.
Try not to pepper your sheets with any urine while we're gone, all right?
Okay.
How often do you masturbate?
3 or 4 times a day, or whenever I feel stressed.
All right, hold on a second.
Okay, thanks.
It's a lot of cleanup.
Yes.
I didn't know what stress. I didn't even think I knew what the word stress was when I was 16.
No, I wasn't throwing around.
You were either like PO'd or you were napping. Or you're happy or stoned, but like stressed wasn't. That was like an old. You know, who got stressed? The boss from WKRP in Cincinnati.
Big bloated guy with a red face.
Yeah, big white guy with sideburns. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Traci Lords is here. We'll talk to Pepper, the urinating wonder queen. Loveline is the show. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Traci Lords is our guest tonight. First Wave is the name of her latest venture, which is on the Sci-Fi Channel, 8 o'clock Monday nights. She's going to be clad in tight-fitting outfits and kicking some ass, doing a little...
An image is first staying with you.
Little Tai Chi, firing off some weapons, that kind of thing. Saving the world, basically.
It's been my mission for quite some time now.
There's a lot of shows and a lot of movies where there's a handful of people saving the world, and the rest of the world doesn't seem to know about it. I'm wondering if that's going on right now, and we're just not aware of it.
That's the whole point.
Absolutely.
There's a whole underground world, several cities there.
You think somewhere there's like some 5-guy team with the Asian computer hacker, the demolition guy, the knife thrower.
There's the X-File group. There's the Femnikita group.
Oh, yeah.
There's the, what else underground world is there?
Oh, they're all out there. There's the Dark Angel and the First Wave. They're repelling and thwarting crime. And not only crime, but crimes against humanity. They're going to take over the world.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Somebody's got to do it. It's a nasty job.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm watching scrambled porn, having at myself, drinking red wine, and passing out. And I like it that way, by the way. Anyone listening, by the way, who's currently engaged in saving the world, tip of the hat to you. Keep going. Peter, Pepper?
Yes.
Yeah, so you urinate when you orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
And you masturbate at least or up to 3 times a day.
Uh-huh.
Relieve stress.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing that too, by the way, to relieve stress. And then the stress of masturbating 10 times a day got to be too much. I had to do it again. And do you have a boyfriend?
Just broke up.
I see. And how old was he?
18.
All right. And did you wet yourself when you were with him?
Yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he dumped you?
No.
What's the question?
Hold on 1 second. What?
Oh.
Danielle wants... What? I will. I'll clean my room. Don't worry about it. It does not smell.
You know, I have to keep a weapon.
No, it doesn't, Mom.
Smells like what?
Pepper, I can smell it from here. She's right.
No.
I think I'm going to have to keep a weapon handy to kill myself.
No.
I'll come across one of my kids having this conversation on the radio station.
Well, you can't be 2 places at once. But, Pepper, does she smell urine? Is that what she's smelling?
I don't know.
I see.
I don't smell anything.
What does she claim smells in your room?
She just claims it smells.
I see. Just a general... I used to get that general odor alert, too.
But aren't most teenagers supposed to have a smell anyhow?
I had a distinctive smell, still do, but...
I'm not surprised with you, though.
Yeah, gals usually don't smell as much as guys do. At least the room doesn't.
Well, if you're spilling urine around, that's going to smell.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, you've got to give this girl some help because, she needs to get over this. It's not going to go well as she starts to,
No, female orgasmic incontinence is a normal thing, so let me just have that.
But it's not a particularly appealing thing.
No, but most guys
there's nothing she can do about it.
There's nothing she can do about it. Most guys are not that bothered by it when women have it.
Are you sure it's urine?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I know the smell.
I see. Well, back to the smell problem again.
Sorry.
All right, well,
and you know how, cum is, cold, sort of, And
sure.
to pee is hot, so I kind of know the difference.
Right.
Yeah, everything that comes out of your body should be hot.
Yeah, no, my semen comes out like liquid nitrogen.
I see.
Mr. Freeze, my girls used to call me. That's right. Sometimes when we were camping and like a burrito was thawing and wanted to eat the next day, they asked me to jack off on it.
Ew.
Well, I'm just telling you the truth. When we went camping, that's what I would do. Jack off into the ice chest. All right, Pepper.
Uh-huh.
What's your question?
Well, there's nothing you can do to stop this, really.
Not at all?
Was that your question? How do you stop?
Well, how do I stop masturbating, too?
All right, that's more what I'm interested in is, are you a sexual compulsive of some type?
I don't know.
Were you sexually abused when you were growing up?
A couple times.
Okay, so that's what happens. What will happen then is you become aroused in an inappropriate way that sort of wires in some compulsive behaviors into your brain chemistry.
Oh, yeah?
And literally sex becomes something you're trying to master and constantly act upon. It's a way of managing feelings. It's often a response to all feelings. Everything becomes sexualized. And it does, the 4 times a day and not being able to control it, all that suggests that the cause is, in fact, the sexual abuse, and that you are indeed sexually compulsive. That's something that has treatment.
Yeah, well, if you got a little therapy for being sexually
Why
abused...
don't I do that, though?
Oh, well, all right. Well, no, that's out of the question.
Yeah.
All right. Can you find Jesus Christ?
Why don't you want to do that?
I'm too embarrassed about it.
Well, you had no trouble telling us, and it would not be an uncommon thing for therapists to hear.
It's taken me all the years I've listened, which is 5.
To call in?
No, to
say it.
Did your parents know that you've been abused?
No.
Was it one of your parents?
No.
And Pepper, you hear on this show how frequently this happens. It's a common thing.
Yeah.
And therapists deal with this stuff all the time.
And you know what? You're not the only one that's embarrassed. That's like, I was embarrassed.
You do that?
When I was young and I was abused, I always thought it was my fault. I think that's a common thing with an abuse.
I don't think that, though.
You don't?
No.
Well, good. That should make it easier for you.
Yeah. Then you don't have anything to be ashamed of.
Who abused you?
A boy my age.
Ooh, how old were you?
9.
Wow.
9 and then 13.
Yeesh.
Same guy?
Different.
Wow. And when you masturbate now, you in the tub or something?
No.
I suggest the shower, by the way, if you're going to spray urine.
No. I do it in my bed, and then I do it on the toilet.
The feeling like it's your fault is actually a compensation for the powerlessness. And when you're really young and it's overwhelming, it's easier to feel like you're in control to the point that it makes it your responsibility than to really feel the totality of that powerlessness of having been victimized.
It's actually
the shame attached to that.
So you don't want anyone to know because, like she just said, she's embarrassed.
Shame and embarrassment.
All right, so Pepper, why don't you try to talk to a counselor or a therapist?
You really should. You really should.
And if not that, how about you just try to stop masturbating? Can you do that?
I go crazy. I eat instead, or I drink or something.
So you may be a sex addict, which means this is going to increase as time goes along.
Yeah, baby, the future doesn't look rosy for you unless you get a little help.
Hey, Adam.
Uh-oh.
Could you do me a favor?
Uh-oh.
This, helps me get turned on. Can you sing Taboo 2? I love that song.
No, I will not sing the theme song to Taboo 2 if you're going to masturbate.
No, I promise I won't right now.
You're asking to collude in your compulsion.
Can I just hear it?
I'm going to sing a gospel hymn instead.
No,
we shall overcome. Oh, wait, I want to say come.
No, Adam, can I please just hear it? I won't. I'm on the phone with you right now. I'm not gonna.
No, I will not indulge a sexually compulsive 16-year-old.
No, since you've done it, since you first sang, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta hear him sing that again so I can tape it, and I've been trying to tape it and tape it.
All right, well, if you're going to tape it, but don't masturbate to it, please.
I promise. My hands are behind my back, not nowhere near,
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll do that. And Tracy, do you know the words to Taboo 2?
No. I don't want to be included in this.
You don't know that one? Well, you sing, don't you? You don't know this?
Absolutely.
Well, you're familiar with the Taboo series of adult themed videos?
No.
You don't know?
I'm really not.
Oh. Wow. Well, there you go. I figured you'd know. I mean, they go 1 through 27 or something like that. I'll do a little snippet. I won't do the whole song. I don't want to bore Tracy. You have it there? What, Anderson, what are you protesting, or are you just waiting for my cue? Now, yes, you're going? I'm not going to start. You got to start. Oh, yes, he does. He knows how to please in every detail. Sound familiar, Tracy? Oh. He can do more than you'd ever imagine and do it with style. He does it with me. Oh, yes, he does. I know that you thought that you knew him. You're swooning, Tracy?
That's vomiting.
Well, maybe you did. Here's my part. But you don't. See how I point the finger on that? He only reveals what he wants you to see and then shows it all. And when he does, he satisfies me. That's enough, Anderson. I know Anderson likes the big end. All right. Just what he could do. You'd want him to if you only knew.
Nice. No, was Ron Jeremy in this one?
What was that?
Yes, Ron.
I don't understand. I'm really confused.
How did you defend that
Why
one?
is that sexy, by the way?
Well, because I'm singing
baffled.
it. I'm singing.
Oh, right.
I could do the alphabet song and get a girl to go through a pair of panties.
B-A-B.
You want to know the very sad part about my life? I don't know my mom or my dad's birthday, yet I know all the words to the theme from Taboo 2.
That sort of says it all, doesn't it?
I think that about wraps it up. Yeah.
Good grief.
Never heard the Taboo 2 theme song, did you?
No.
Well, there you go. Thank you.
I'm sorry to disappoint you with my lack of knowledge about pornography.
It's a culturally enlightening experience.
I just thought you'd know. I'm not disappointed. Well, I am. I have to admit it. Jamie?
Hi.
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's up?
I have a question for Tracy. My favorite band is the Manic Street Preachers, and I know you recorded Little Baby Nothing with them, and I was wondering if you could just tell me a little bit about that experience and if you're planning on putting out any other music.
And then you want me to sing Taboo 2?
No, she just taped it. She taped it. You got it. No.
You know, I'm surprised you haven't put out a CD yourself.
Oh, I'm working on it. All right.
We'll do Christmas tape.
The Manic Street Preachers, I really liked Richie in particular a lot, and I'd gone to London. That was before I did 1,000 Fires, which is my record. It was my first experiences recording actually in the studio, and I liked that band a lot. They were in and around London at the time, and I liked what they were doing, and they had just a really nice vibe about that group of guys. It made me really sad. About 4 or 5 years ago, he disappeared. You know.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean disappeared?
He just disappeared. He always talked about how cool he thought it would be just if he were, when his life ended, just to suddenly mysteriously disappear. That was his thing. And about 6 months before he'd been talking about this, he actually did. They just found his car somewhere over a bridge, and they never found him, never found his body. His bank accounts had been cleared out, and he was just gone. So no one really knows what ever happened to him.
Well, we assume he's alive somewhere, right?
I would think so, but there's been no sightings or anything like that. It was just very strange. He's a really talented, somewhat disturbed individual.
Well, I don't want him to take this the wrong way if he's listening, but is anyone looking for him, or do we care?
I think a lot of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, from families to friends to journalists that were looking for the scoop.
Well, what's he look like in case I run across it? I patrol the North Hollywood, Sherman Oaks area a lot. A lot of guys go there to forget.
Let's see, about 5'10", last spotted with a bold type haircut.
Oh, I know this dude.
Looks a little bit on the junky thin side.
He's working for me.
Amazing
He's a carpenter.
voice.
I
don't know.
I'm going to look into that.
But record, absolutely, I want to do another one. I was recording my second album when I got this Roll Up First Wave last February, so I stopped, and just being back in LA for a few weeks now, I revisited that, and it was amazing to me. I mean, this happens, I don't know if it happens with a lot of writers or what have you, but when you start something and you go away from it for about 10 months, whatever, you go back, and all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm not really in that space. So basically, to answer your question, I'm sort of starting the whole thing again. I definitely would like to do more music, and I'm not in any, huge rush to put out something tomorrow. I figure when it's done, it'll be done.
Have you done a book?
No.
Why not?
Well, it's the same thing as sort of the Hollywood Inside Story. I feel like people know enough.
Yeah, why don't you do like a cooking book or something?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got
Traci's saucy recipe.
You got a lot of
for love.
irons in the fire. I mean, you got the music,
Chef
you got
Lords.
the movies. Yeah, you got the TV. It seems like
isn't that enough?
Seems like enough. I don't know. I'm just trying to round out your portfolio.
Hey, man, I'm saving the world. I'm singing. There's enough responsibility here.
Yeah, understandable.
I'm trying to help the teen element of California.
All right, and beyond, by the way. Eric?
Yeah.
You're 18. What's up?
Yeah, I have a problem with one of my piercings.
I see.
It's I have a PA.
Prince Albert.
Yeah.
Prince Albert, yeah.
And it started off as a 10 gauge.
Right. The gauge is the thickness of the wire that's going through there.
Right, yeah.
As gauge gets lower, it gets thicker.
Yeah.
Right.
So it started off as a 10, which is it's reasonably thick, and I masturbate a lot, maybe 3-4 times a day.
Right.
And as you do that,
hold on, Drew wrote me a note. Okay, he needs a sitter Saturday night. Do you think he can come by the pad?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Sure, you got a new sitter. You guys can go out Saturday night.
He's talking about Albuquerque, though. Yeah.
Oh, he is. Yeah. All right, where are you calling from, Eric?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, why? Did it say that on there? Well, there you go. All right, so are you saying where everyone's been calling from has been by their name the whole night?
Yes.
Well, it's only been an hour and 15 minutes.
Yes.
All right, there. Keep going there, Eric from Albuquerque.
All right, and as I masturbate, the hole gets bigger, and I dropped down to 6 or 4 gauge already, actually. And trying to close the hole a little bit.
Right.
The pee goes everywhere. When you urinate, this goes everywhere.
4 gauge is pretty thick, right? Maybe an eighth of an inch?
It's probably as thick as your pinky.
Wow. No, it's not that thick.
Yeah.
Not that thick. It's not a half-inch thick.
Probably a little bit thicker than a pencil.
I'm going to look into that. All right, but anyway.
And it's still stretching more. I wanted to know how far it could go down before the skin heals if I decide to take it out.
How big it can get?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can answer that. But there's some magic threshold after which you'll never go back.
It sounds like a big mess to me. You've got to make a choice here. Either get rid of the piercing or stop checking off so much.
Hey, that's hard.
Yeah, what's up with you, screwball?
I don't know.
I mean, what happened to you? Something happened to you?
In my life?
Yeah.
I've never met my dad.
Mm-hmm.
He left and he beat my mom up a lot before I was born, so they divorced and got a restraining order and everything on that. And then our messed up family.
Right. And by the way, if you say the F word and then go back and correct yourself and say messed up instead of effed up, it doesn't help. But we do appreciate the effort. That's all right. So, Eric, listen, as far as your penis goes, what do you need to do? Go talk to a plastic surgeon or something?
No, probably to a piercing. The piercing guys are very knowledgeable about this stuff.
But, Eric, you got to get your life in order, buddy.
Yeah.
The chronic masturbation is the more significant issue, though.
Yeah, I never thought I'd say this, but you got to slow down with the masturbation.
Well, maybe at least consider maybe removing the piercing and let him heal for a while. That might be a good idea.
Can you do that?
The metal's so thick it takes at least 2 people to pry it apart.
Let's see. Well, you know anyone at the fire department? They get the jaws of life in there on your Johnson and pull that thing apart. It does not take 2 people to pry it apart. You could do it.
No, seriously, I tried with the pliers because it's a captive.
Yeah.
And they pry it down on a ball.
Well, go back to the piercing
institution. Get the thing out of there. Quit whacking off so much, and straighten up and fly right. Get yourself a job, fight to keep it.
Hey, I have 2 full-time jobs when I go to college.
Really?
Yeah.
Junior college?
No, I'm not.
Where?
Albuquerque, UNM.
That's a junior college. Listen, Eric, get that thing out of your door. Eventually the hole's going to be wider than your penis. I don't know if that's mathematically possible, but I see a day where it is. And listen, I could get that thing out of his Johnson. I really could.
Oh, no doubt.
It'd take 2 guys.
Yeah.
Believe me, I get that thing right out of there. So I put the bi-cutting blade on my Sawzall.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get that thing right out of there.
That'd be reassuring. Lay your penis down here.
Well, no. I wouldn't tell him to lay it down on the bench and put it in a vice. Hold still. He could get that thing apart. Some needle nose pliers. All right. Oh, the notion, and Trace, you ever seen one of these Prince Alberts?
No, come on.
No?
No.
You ever been with a guy who has one?
No.
No? No. You know how it works?
I don't date musicians.
You know, this guy's not a musician. But, yeah, it's a good, safe bet. You know how this works? They put this hook-like needle that goes down the urethra and then turns and pops out just behind the head. And I just couldn't imagine a more, like, if I didn't know this was something that a guy did voluntarily, I'd want to know what he was, I'd say, well, here's a guy. Yeah. I figured we're living in...
And why? Does this somehow erotic?
Medieval times, and he's raped someone repeatedly.
And that's what we're going to do then.
We're going to put this hook.
Is it an erotic thing? Is it...
No.
It's an aggressive thing.
When you're effed up, you want to do effed up things to yourself, and it's especially to your genitalia.
Mutilation.
That's right.
Yeah.
It all comes out there. Angela?
Yeah.
You're 20. What's up?
Well, I had a kid back in June, and ever since then, I've been getting the yeast infection like every month to every other month, something like that.
Are you sure they're yeast infections?
Yeah.
So you've had them tested?
Uh-huh.
And what have they been treating you with?
Just generic cream.
Okay, you might try some diflucan. That tends to help really eradicate it. It's just a single dose.
Okay.
The doctor can give you that.
What do you do? How do you take it?
It's a one pill, pal, 150 milligrams, and that's it.
You swallow it?
Swallow it down. And you're not overweight?
I don't know. I guess I am.
What's wrong with you?
So that could contribute. Do you have were you diabetic during pregnancy?
No.
Why does her weight contribute to her yeast infection?
It's diet, isn't it?
Yeah, it changes. She may have gained a bunch of weight during the pregnancy, and it can change the sort of anaerobic environment in there. It changes it.
Yeah.
Plus the hormones are different now because she's had children. Are you on birth control or any medication or anything? Angela?
No.
No.
Who are you whispering to?
My friend.
Yeah. Where's your husband? I mean, boyfriend.
I don't have one.
Not even the boyfriend, huh?
Well, there's a couple guys, but...
Sure.
Not really.
What about the one who's dad to the child?
Well, the father of the child, he's kind of out of the picture.
I see. Yeah.
Because I gave the kid up for adoption, so...
Oh, good for you.
Oh, great. Fantastic. That's fine then. No problem. All right, so go get some of that diflucan and
get a metabolic
get some
profile.
condoms while you're down there so this doesn't happen again.
Talk to your doctor. Make sure that you don't have any thyroid problem or blood sugar problems. These sorts of things can contribute to that. And lose the weight of the pregnancy and take the fluconazole. You'll be fine.
Okay, what's it called again?
Diflucan.
Diflucan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. The good news is, the funny part is when she goes into the doctor and pronounces diflucan from what it'll turn into from tonight to 3 days from now when she goes in there. You know, wouldn't you love to just see a fly on the wall for that one? He says I need some of that xylocaine, diaphragm, diabetes, but the doctor will pick that up, right?
He'll figure it out.
Right?
She'll figure it out.
All right. We will take ourselves a little break. Traci Lords is our guest tonight. First Wave is the name of her series. On the Sci-Fi channel, 8 o'clock, Monday nights. And when we come back, we'll speak to Justin. He's 26. His wife's split, and he can't find her. Wants to know how to get a divorce after this. Loveline. I'm Adams. That's Drew. She's Traci Lords. She's hanging out tonight, and basically as payment for Traci hanging out, we're plugging her new. Well, not. It's not a new show. It's in its third season, but Traci's first season with it. First Wave, Sci-Fi, 8 o'clock, Monday nights, and
didn't we have somebody from a Sci-Fi series last couple weeks ago? Does that sound familiar?
Could have been.
Okay. And?
Why?
There? I was just trying to remember who it was.
I don't know. The Sci-Fi, I think I get the Sci-Fi channel.
Yeah.
Is that part of basic cable now?
Sure.
It is, isn't it?
I would think.
It's a more recent addition to the basic cable family. And it's definitely in there. And I guess...
I can't believe you don't watch the Sci-Fi Channel.
No, you know...
You're so uncool.
I've never seen any... I've never seen a Star Trek episode. I've never seen, like, a Lost in Space
you don't like Blade or, like... You don't look into Species or any of that?
Oh, Species. Your friend was on there.
Natasha Henstridge? Yeah. I watch for her with the sound out.
See?
The
truth comes out.
I could get into something like Alien, but to me that's a horror movie that takes place in space. But I wouldn't call it necessarily sci-fi. I mean, like something like Alien. Wouldn't you say that's a horror movie? And
I would say it's sci-fi. Just like Blade is. My show's first wave is sci-fi like that.
Right, and then I could
sci-fi like Star Trek and Captain Kirk and the Enterprise and all of that.
Yeah, I never did get into that. It seemed ridiculous to me even when I was like 10 and 11 watching that stuff. It's like, look at those goofy outfits and what the hell is that?
No. We're not talking about geeky sci-fi. We're talking sexy sci-fi.
Yeah, but that's just so the geeks can jack off.
Oh, please. Why do people give me that image?
Well, it's true. There's a lot of guys with very Coke bottle lenses sitting home steaming them up.
This show has way too much masturbation.
You're right. Maybe I should be removed. Justin?
Yes.
You're 26.
Yes.
Your wife took off.
Yeah.
When did she leave?
Well, she left about 3 months after we got married.
I see. So that would have been in February, the 11th?
No, it was actually April 22nd.
I see. And so it's been some time now.
It's been almost a year now, yes.
And have you seen her?
No, well, the last time I saw her, this is embarrassing, and I'm not lying, I took her on the Jerry Springer show.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Who contacted you for that?
What? I'm sorry?
How did that get worked out?
I just decided that...
Oh, geez, Justin, turn your radio down, would you?
What was the
Hold
issue?
on, let the Brainiac turn his radio down.
Justin? Oh, boy.
Well, his radio's in Idaho. He lives in Oregon.
The ham radio.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
There?
No, I swear he hung up.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, shall we keep going?
Yeah.
Ben?
Yeah, hi.
You're 27.
Yes, I am. I love your show.
Why, thank you. You're 27 and you sound like Burl Ives.
Sorry,
Where would you put St. Louis?
He sounds older than 27, doesn't he?
He sounds like Burl Ives. Yeah.
I'm mature.
Actually, Sterling Holloway. Winnie the Pooh.
There you go. Yes.
Isn't that right?
Yeah. Go ahead there, Tigger.
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah. Is that not Sterling Holloway?
Yes, that is. That is the voice of Winnie the Pooh.
It is.
For about since 1995.
Hang on, I can't get past the voice.
Yeah.
All right, 1995, okay.
Since 1995, this is so humiliating with Tracy in the studio. Since 1995, I've had this medical problem. I'm too humiliated to go to the doctor about it. Whenever I move my bowels, I bleed like a stuck pig.
See, now the Winnie the Pooh irony is too much.
Yeah.
And
too much.
Lately, for about the last year now, I've had such pain that it wakes me up at night. And I just found out, like, 2 months ago that both my mother and my father and my grandmother have cancer.
What kind of cancer?
My father has prostate.
That's not an issue here.
My mother, I don't know what she has.
It's not an issue because he's 27?
But here's the deal.
Why is that not an issue?
Because prostate cancer doesn't cause rectal bleeding.
Oh, it doesn't?
It's not a young man's disease.
Why doesn't it cause rectal bleeding?
It's not in the colon. It's well outside.
I think I could squeeze some blood out of my ass if I had enough prostate cancer.
It's part of the urologic system. Sometimes urinary bleeding, sometimes bleed when you pee.
I see.
But here's the deal, Ben. This could be one of many different things. It could be as simple as an internal hemorrhoid, but God knows you would be iron depleted from all this bleeding, and that needs to be attended to and could be quite serious. Could be an inflammatory bowel disease like ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease.
Well, is there like anything? See, I'm too humiliated. I don't want to go to the doctor.
It has been one of the most common conditions. Probably a day does not go by that I don't see this problem.
Well, listen, I know it may have happened.
So it's a very common condition. See the doctor because it can be polyps and can be tumor and absolutely does need to be treated.
He could have been up in Mr. Owl's treehouse when that windstorm hit.
Yes.
And it was he was sliding around trying to get that pot of honey.
Yes.
And then I think Tigger came along. Ironically enough, I was watching Winnie the Pooh with my 2 nephews on Thursday, wrestling with them on my sister's bed, watching Winnie the Pooh at the same time, thinking I have not seen this since I was 5, 6 years old.
That's why you knew who Sterling Holloway was.
No, it did come back to me, though, as soon as you... No, I would have remembered that voice. And if you give me a second, I'll come up with the voice of Tigger, by the way.
Paul Winchell.
Paul Winchell. There you go. Also from Wacky Racers and many other voices. Yes. All right. Tracy,
who did Piglet, though?
The wonderful thing about Tiggers.
Piglet. He's a guy he couldn't remember his stuff. He was the guy with the glasses who was he did a. I think he was in the episode of Twilight Zone where he wanted to be left alone with his books and they broke. No, that was like Burgess Meredith. Who was the voice of Piglet?
Somebody's got to come up with that. I can't come up with it.
All right, David.
Yeah.
You're 17.
I'm 17.
What's up?
Wow, I've never been on the radio before.
Great.
It's cool.
Well, this is the last time, so enjoy.
Oh man, there's this girl. She's 19, and I think she wants a relationship with me, but I just want to get laid. And she's on some medication for depression. She's adopted. She's a little on the big side. I mean, not really fat, just a little thick, you know.
Sure.
So she's not the type of girl you'd want to date.
Man, you are all class, David.
Yeah. You figure just set her down and leave her.
Ladies, take notes.
Just have fun.
Then she could kill herself.
You know, women need to be a profiler. You know what I mean? In order to decide who to date and not to date, they have to be like an FBI agent.
It's really too bad men don't come with labels. It makes things so much simpler.
Yeah, but they practically do. It's just you guys don't know.
Do not add alcohol.
Let me tell you some stuff to look out for. A gold rope chain bracelet, the mullet haircut we spoke of earlier, members-only jackets and leather, guys driving like IROCs. I don't trust a guy with buckles on his shoes, guys who have that Nero hairdo, that Caesar hairdo where they comb it forward. Any guy wears the turtleneck with the blazer. Don't trust that cat. Don't trust a guy who has had his fingernails buffed. You know, when you see that thing where you got like that clear coat on the fingernails.
These are women trying to negotiate high school age kids. They can't afford
any guy. Right, don't trust any guy with any jewelry at all.
In high school, no one wears jewelry.
Yes, they're guys. They're guys wearing jewelry. Anderson just showed me his finger, which was adorned with rings, by the way.
Oh, boy.
And see, this guy's, he's 17.
His middle
There's
finger,
still
by the
hope
way.
for him. He needs to be taught that that's not how you treat people.
Yeah, it's harmful.
And it's karma. It's rude. It's mean. It's ugly. And you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, but let me tell you how guys think, and this is the sad part. No, that is not how you treat the prom queen. That's how you treat the fat, depressed chick.
It's especially not how you treat the fat, depressed chick. That's wrong.
That's right. You abuse all of it. That's what I say, equally.
But the deal is, you're going to be that person. You're going to be the guy that abuses folks, and that's who you'll be.
Right.
There's nothing nice about that.
All right. Tyler?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, like, my girlfriend and I have had a couple times of unprotected sex, and I was worried about her being pregnant, and I've heard that you can have, like, a light or strange period even if you're pregnant.
Yes.
And I was just wondering how often that happens.
All the time, but it's something that needs to be evaluated immediately because it could be indicative of a tubal pregnancy. It could be indicative of pregnancy that's in trouble and going to be aborted or miscarried. So it's something that needs evaluation right away.
Okay.
First, we have to establish whether she's pregnant. Do you know, in fact, that she's pregnant?
I don't.
Yeah,
no, he thinks she's not pregnant.
Let's establish that first.
Okay, so how long should I wait for that? Like, if she has 2 periods?
Just go to the drugstore and buy an EPT.
Now.
You can do it right now.
Go do it.
All right.
All right?
Thanks a lot.
All right, well, so I think what he was saying is she was
having periods. Right.
So she can't be pregnant.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
But it seems like a strange period.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, if you have unprotected sex, and then you have your period, but it's different, is it a higher likelihood you're pregnant because it's different?
Warning signal.
You know what I mean?
Higher than what? Higher than...
Well, obviously it's higher than having your period.
Yeah.
And it's lower than not having your period.
But it's not higher than... Right. It's not higher than not having your period.
But, I mean, would you expect that someone was pregnant if they're having some kind of funky discharge?
It's always important to rule that out because the risk of tubal pregnancy is so great.
It is?
Yeah.
I think I was a tubal baby.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You shouldn't behave like one.
Do they have tubal babies? Are they shaped differently? Can we find them? There's no such thing as a tubie? No?
No.
And what happens with the tubie babies? They got to get rid of them?
They got to get rid of them.
They'll blow their mama?
The tube ruptures and they're completely to death.
Right. And how many of those? How common is that?
Very common.
I mean,
very
100 years ago, women must have just been dropping right and left from that.
Probably. I don't know the data on that, but the incidence of tubal infections now are so great. That's what's causing all the increasing tubal pregnancies.
The tubal infections because the thing gets clogged?
It gets clogged, the pregnancy gets hung up in the tubes.
An egg can't make it to the stomach?
Right.
Or wherever where's it go?
Your rear end.
Goes to rear end?
Yeah.
And then it comes out, of course.
Of course.
All right. Traci Lords is our guest. We'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Chrissy, 17, gets bored during oral sex. She fakes her orgasm. Wants to know if it's wrong. Well, in the eyes of God, it is. But we'll talk to her about that after this. It's the Loveline. I'm Adam, that's Drew. Traci Lords is our guest tonight. First Wave is the name of her show that's on the Sci-Fi channel, which is going to be on tomorrow night and every Monday night at 8 o'clock.
And we found out who plays Piglet's voice on Winnie the Pooh. It's John Fiedler, who, Adam, you'll be glad to know, was in Bad Ronald.
Ooh! One of my favorite TV movies of the week.
Like Mr. Roscoe.
Mr. Roscoe.
He's in 1 million films.
I'm going to have to go home and check my tapes of Bad Ronald. You know, I'm having a Bad Ronald party soon.
No.
Everyone gets stoned off their ass, and we watch the world's worst 70s made-for-TV movie, Bad Ronald.
I will come if it's followed by Killdozer.
No, I'm going to have to get my paws on Killdozer. All right. Let's trudge forward here. Christy?
Yeah?
You're 17?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Okay, here's the problem. I just get, bored to death when my boyfriend gives me oral sex. I get, zero pleasure.
How about during intercourse?
Huh?
How about during intercourse?
Rarely.
So, do you enjoy sex at all?
Rarely what?
When we do have sex, I rarely get one. It's, almost never.
Yeah. How do you feel about your boyfriend?
I like him a lot. We've known each other for a long time. I really like him.
No.
I've known my grandpa for a long time.
Your barber, too, I believe.
Yeah, well, no, I did blow him.
Oh, okay. Well, he wasn't very gratified.
I put his hand out for a tip, and what are you going to do? Hey, here's a little pomade for you. Hey, how long does he go down on you?
I don't know. It seems like a long time.
Yeah. And is his technique bad, or are you just kind of shut down?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, you're just not into this.
Yeah, I just, I've gotten into the habit of faking it because he doesn't stop until he thinks I'm satisfied, and I'm just
right.
I hate it.
Now it's like, baby, I'm going down, and you ah! All right, can we move on? All right, hey, listen, Christy, this is, there's one of two things that is going on here, but Traci, jump in if you disagree with either one of these two scenarios. A, she's bored to death with him, not in love with him anymore, and this thing's just stale and over. Or B, you were abandoned, abused, had something bad happen to you.
No.
It's not B.
No.
Then it's A. You're not into this dude anymore.
I think
you're not into him.
I think you're not as into this guy as you might think.
How long have you known him?
For 2 years.
Yeah. I mean,
Was it always like that?
What?
Was it always like that? Did you ever have any pleasure when you were with him at the beginning?
I don't know, because we didn't, start getting, actually sexual till
there's something not right about this relationship.
He doesn't flip your cookie, though. You're not excited to see him. He's not in love with him.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you were really connected with him, the sexual functioning will probably take care of itself.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with me or anything, right?
I doubt it.
No. The only thing that's wrong with you is that you're staying with someone that you're not really into.
Yeah.
You think?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thanks a lot.
Have fun. Call us back when he kills himself, okay?
I will.
All right.
Oh.
Very nice.
Well, I was just trying to end on a positive note. Well, she's faking it. She's 17. She's totally bored. I mean, that's, oh, man, makes me sick. Jesus Christ.
I don't get it. Never fake an orgasm. Do not reward them for something they didn't do.
But if she is not able, well, Lord knows he's trying. Don't you want to throw him a bone every once in a while?
Absolutely not. No.
He's down there looking like a Saint Bernard, and you don't want to toss him a bone. But what about for you, which is to say,
let's just not even get there.
I'm tired. Let's move on. You know what I mean? Just
finish it off. Yeah.
It's either that or you pull your foot up and push his forehead away from you with your heel.
If it doesn't feel good, don't do it.
Right, but you know what? I think it's
it's not that complicated.
It's a vicious cycle because they do it once to get the guy out of there because they want to move on and they're not enjoying themselves, so they do it to get him to stop.
Well, if you want to move on, why don't you try beat it? Get out.
It's like vomiting.
Beat it.
Beat it.
It's like one of my favorite dismissive lines.
Well, why don't you scram?
Okay, get lost.
You're like a real Bowery Boys kind of line. Scram, use. Sophie?
I've had it with you.
Head up to here and you look at my vagina. Scram. Skedaddle. 22 skidoo. Sophie?
Yeah.
You're 23. What's up?
Yeah, oh, by the way, me and my mom just finished watching The Man Show tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, she's a 50-year-old Jewish woman. She loves you.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Antique Porn Roadshow?
Yeah. She's a big Antique Roadshow warrior herself.
Oh,
you know,
so
she liked it.
She got a real kick out of me doing
She
this.
started getting kind of disgusted when you start smelling the stuff, but anyways.
Well,
what were you smelling?
You got to push the envelope. Well, you ever see the Antique?
Why did I ask that question?
You see the Antique Roadshow on PBS? Uh-oh. I'm asking Drew if he's heard of something that's been out for a number of years. Has anybody, Tracy, ever seen the Antique Roadshow? No. This is, Ann, you've never seen the Antique Roadshow? No. Anderson? Wow. I got to kill myself. I really got to kill myself. There's a show that's been on TV, I think it's like on PBS, where all these people bring their antiques to these guys, and these guys sit there, and they give them some Civil War musket, and they look at it, and they go, well, you see the initials on the muzzle, that would suggest that it's from the Civil War, and this one may have been. It's real interesting. It's like heroin, because you sit there and watch, and people bring in these little trinkets, and they could be worth $20,000 that some guy just bought at a garage sale. Yeah. But nobody but me has seen that in this room, in this area. In this immediate area and lowering the phone screen. We're the only two amongst the 8 people here?
Yeah.
Tracy's entourage, caller? Nobody. But Sophie, your mom, is into it, right?
Yeah, a little bit. She's, but mostly, the Goyams put their stuff up there.
Right, yeah. Jews don't do that.
Yeah.
Although they're interested in turning a quick buck, they can't be selling heirlooms off that way because their parents would kill them.
Okay. Yeah.
I was able to work 2 stereotypes into one half-baked compliment.
Nice.
All right, Sophie. I got to kill myself. I got to kill myself. I've got to kill. How come nobody? How do I see stuff that no one else sees? I don't watch PBS.
You must.
I don't watch PBS.
Most people go fast past PBS. They really do. It depresses them.
This show it's a hit. I mean, it's a big deal, and it's on.
Everyone watches it. Everyone watches it.
True, you didn't know Doug Henning was, you jackass. Please, you've never seen so many things that other people have seen.
But I'm just looking around this room where everyone's seen this one.
All right, I don't want to get dug in with Ann or Anderson over there, but there's a lot that they have not experienced in their life. All right.
It's hard to imagine the Man Show audience that would watch Antique Roadshow.
Okay, where are we going with all this?
It's a very popular show. Okay. Jesus Christ. Sophie?
Yeah.
All right, anyway. I don't care anymore. I'm depressed. What do you want? Hurry.
Okay, well, I was calling for Dr. Drew, but obviously I could use your advice, too. I've been sexually active since I was 15. Not hardcore, but, on and off. And men that I've been involved with, whether it's a couple months at a time or 4 years at a time, there comes a point where I just get very unattracted to them sexually. And, like listening to the girl before where she was saying, like, she kind of has to fake it. Even with oral stimulation, I don't feel anything from it. And I was involved with a guy for almost 3 years, and he was a wonderful guy. I mean, great guy, everything I could ever wanted, but I just became so sexually unattracted to him, and I'm wondering, is there something I can do for this?
No. I think that's your body telling you something, I suspect, that you really are not into the relationship.
Well, she's not into any guys. Though.
Yeah, but
No, I'm into guys. But
she's in for a while.
It's more for spurts, and I don't want to be out there experimenting till I'm, 70 till I find Mr. Right,
Right. Why don't you be more selective with who you get going with?
Well, I do that too, and it just seems like they could be the greatest people and someone I would be normally attracted to.
What reason do you have for not being attracted to a guy? Did your dad abandon you? You scared of relationships?
No.
Everything good with men?
Yeah, I've never. Well, I've had that. Like I've had a really bad boyfriend when I was in high school who was, physically and mentally abusive, the traditional senior year,
That might have some continued impact on you, but I think more than anything, this is just that thing that young people don't know when the relationships are over. Yeah. That you stay on 3 years of something that should have lasted 3 months.
Well, yeah, and you get to that 2.5-year point, it's like, where is it going? Are you moving in? Are you getting married?
No. You need
young, you want to kind of back away from the relationship.
Well, no, you actually need to be getting out far sooner.
Yeah.
You need to first be more selective with who you get involved with and be more honest with yourself about how you're actually feeling about that person.
Or just start drinking those wine coolers and forget about it. Come on, princess. You're not that special. Please. Everyone needs to date royalty. Come on now. All right, let's take ourselves a little break. I got to go decompress with this Antique Roadshow business, and we'll be back after this. Well, there you have it. Another fabulous episode of Loveline put to bed. I want to see Lords for coming in here, and if you have it on your cable network, you can. It's 8 o'clock. Good night.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming in, and I don't think you've been here since I've been here.
No, 6 years ago at least.
Often. You live pretty close, right?
All right.
This was relatively close.
I shall learn about the Antique
Roadshow. BS.
I'll try.
You'll find out who Huel has years since you were 18.
Absolutely.
All right.